Captain Todd Cantwell leads Blackburn Rovers out of the tunnel at the Hawthorns alongside new signing Joel Osoro, who makes the opening day starting lineup. But before a new era kicks off here for the Rovers, let's recap a busy window and talk a bit more about this team before we see them in action here in season number 1 of Return of the Rovers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Return of the Rovers, my Blackburn Rovers career mode here in FC 26. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you consider doing so. Smash that like button, and if you didn't check out episode 1, go back and catch up, learn a little bit about Blackburn Rovers, the story we're setting up here. It's going to be an epic one. Henning Berg is back in charge of Blackburn Rovers, a club legend from when they won the Premier League all the way back in 1995. And we've gone through the transfer window. We're ready for match week number 1 against West Brom, but let's do a little recap. Now, I know it took a while to get this video, and I don't really apologize. I've been spending time with my family and friends this past holiday weekend. I hope you guys did too this Thanksgiving weekend, and I've been working on this video when I have had the time. Like I always say though, I care more about quality over speed. I see no need to rush or let this channel get in the way of my life, so I'd rather you see my videos at their best. Anyways, just wanted to say that. Also, I've got this going on with Blackburn, and we've also got Balsa Tavira, my created club in Portugal, going on in my other series. That is usually the priority, but I'm really excited about this series, so just so you know, in case you're new, because of this series, I will be doing both. So after this episode, we'll go back to the created club series, and then after 2 episodes of Balsa Tavira, we'll come back for 2 with Blackburn, I think. But I'm gonna get used to it. So all of the players I highlighted last episode were signed to Blackburn. Joel Osoro, Sam Tickle, the goalkeeper, John Patrick, and Cedric Teguia. And as I mentioned, John Patrick was immediately loaned back out to his current club, Stade Reims in France, for a season. Like I said, we did the buy and loan deal with him because we have so many midfielders right now, and we want him to grow and get playing time elsewhere. Now, I want to do something new and talk about our financials following a busy window, both in real life leading up to the start of this career mode, and with our additional moves we made to fit the beginning of our project in this series. First, let's look at the incomings and outgoings in real life before we even began this career mode. Blackburn made 10 signings in real life this past window, signing new players such as Ryoya Morishita, Andre Gudjansson, and even Ryan Alabioso, who starts at right back for Rovers in real life, got him for less than 600,000 euros, which is turning out to be great business for them, and hopefully for us as well. Now, it's important to note, Moussa Baraji was loaned in for a season, even though that wasn't the case in-game when we started this last episode, so I went in manually and edited that on the back end, and now Moussa Baraji is in fact on loan with us for a year from the right club. That wasn't actually the case in-game because his club is no longer in the game. They were relegated from the division they were in, but we did the club closest to them. Since there was so much movement this summer, Blackburn had to part ways with a number of players as well in real life. There were 13 departures, 9 that I'm showing here, most notably Callum Britton, who went to Middlesbrough, and Dominic Hayam, the Scottish centre back, who went to Wrexham. Lewis Travis was also a very significant departure for Blackburn and left for an undisclosed fee to play for Derby County. As for the transfers we made, here's a quick recap again of our new arrivals and how much we paid for each of them, the record being Cedric Teguia, who came in for $2.5 million, which was the most expensive transfer for Blackburn since they bought Sammy Smodic's from Peterborough for 3 million euros back in 2022. As for the players we sold that I talked about last episode, we sold Ainsley Pearce to Birmingham City for 1.9 million euros, so he stays in the championship as Birmingham's backup. Also, we agreed to a deal with Copenhagen for Mokhtar Gueye for 2 million euros. That was good business there. And also staying in the championship is Yuri Ribeiro, who QPR ended up buying from us for also just short of 2 million euros, just like the other two sales we made. So we got some good money in there. And all in all, Blackburn had a very busy window that was always expected at the start of what we hope is a new era here. And we have ended up with a net spend of over just 2 million euros, which after all that, to me, is extremely good business. That is also without a reported fee on the Lewis Travis deal, which probably keeps us around an even net spend for the window, and I am so excited about where this club is at now. Moving on. With all that said, we don't have a ton of money left for academy scouting at the start of the season, but we still want to do that for sure. Youth development is how you protect your club's future, so I'm sending one out to England and one out to Northern Ireland, which I don't usually do, looking for a lot of attackers from both countries. But we also have some academy players that the game has given us at the beginning, and this is a great batch of players, so let's take a chance to meet them right now, starting with Ethan Platt, 14-year-old goalkeeper who has seemingly very high potential. He's not very tall right now, but then again, he is just 14 years old. Now, how about this guy from South Africa? By far the most interesting player in this academy. 6'7", almost 200-pound goalkeeper, Jomo Make from South Africa. An absolute beast with ridiculously high potential, it seems, already in the 80+ range. This guy has what it takes to be a premier shot stopper. He's the higher overall keeper of the two. He is 16 years old though. Two play styles though as well, far throw and close down. As we move on, the left back Joe Hills is probably not one you're going to see for very long in this career mode, but Oscar Tucker also looks like a pretty okay player, not going to make it too far in this one. He's only 14 years old. Pretty okay potential, but just a decent midfielder. However, this is the guy I noted big time from this academy. As I rolled through, I was stunned to see 87 pace for Angus Davey, the Scottish winger who's a left-footed magician, it seems. Great dribbler, good skills, and he doesn't have the highest potential, which is a little disappointing. But man, 64 overall, 17 years old already. We will probably be calling him up in this first half of the season to then be loaned out in the winter, I think. But I want to play with him in the academy some more before we do just that. But this kid looks like a lot of fun. Could be. He actually might make an appearance in this series, which I think is awesome. And then there's Erik Johansson, the Norwegian central midfielder who's 6'1", 176. He's a good physical profile for a midfielder. Seems like he's very decent at going forward. Maybe a box-to-box midfielder, not really sure where he fits in, and his potential isn't really one to write home about, so not sure how far he makes it. This guy has decent potential, so we'll talk a little bit more about Ruben Skinner, 5'7", right midfielder slash right back maybe. He's a good presser, he's got good physical traits for a guy that's only 5'7". You see, he's got pretty average stamina, pretty average everything, but he's just quick enough where I could see him having a little bit of a future if he develops the right way, so we'll have some fun developing him. He's 15 years old, he's already a 55 overall. Do we move his position though? If you have an idea there, let me know, because I think he has good enough potential where we can care about that just enough. And then there's Niall Mulholland. Doesn't look like he has the highest potential, but the Irish winger is quick, and he's 5'3" at 15 years old. I don't really know how much taller he's gonna get, but this little Irishman might be some fun to use in the academy tournaments. Either way, we're gonna hope to bring in some more talent, hopefully very English-based to start, and then we'll branch out with which countries we go to after that. Now that we're all caught up, we are at opening day in the 2025-26 championship season. Henningberg's second stint at the club begins at West Bromwich Albion. We're gonna go play this first match and then make our way through the first couple months of the season, with the goal of the episode being that I want to see an identity emerge. Here is our Blackburn lineup against West Brom on opening day. Henningberg is choosing to bring in the big signing, Cedric Teguia, off the bench in his first match. Joel Lasoro is the only new signing of his that makes the start today. But like I've said, this episode is going to be all about seeing our new transfers and tactics in action and seeing if what we've done is working so far. All of our questions aren't going to be answered in the menus, they're going to be answered by these players on the pitch. So, let's go play some matches and see the Rovers. It's opening day. Blackburn Rovers are at the Hawthorns facing West Bromwich Albion. Looking at West Bromwich Albion lineup here, it's pretty solid. This team is mid-table in real life, so I think this is going to be a good match overall. I think we match up well. This is going to be a great chance for us to really see how our tactics are working. I'm very, very excited for this match. And also, as you've noticed, the championship broadcast package is now in-game, so all things that I'm very excited for. Let's kick things off. And you know what? I'm actually going to show you the sliders I use. I'm going to go through them quickly, but just so you can get a gauge for what sliders I'm using, I am on ultimate difficulty. I've kind of tweaked these a little bit after playing a lot with Balsa Tavira in my other career mode, but overall, these are the sliders for this career mode now. Finally, let's go Blackburn. That's a great ball from Elabiasu to Hedges. Ryan Hedges is going to cross it in. We have a guy in the middle. It's Ohashi. And good defending saves a goal there. This is decent from Blackburn. Elabiasu crosses it in. Osoro is there. The ball is down and Tronstead was offsides. Nice tackle here from Hayden Carter. Definitely going to be a big player in Hedingberg's system. A center back after his own playing days. Good pressure. Todd Cantwell plays a quick ball through to Ohashi, and Cantwell's making a great run. Todd Cantwell plays through Ryan Hedges. Blackburn get a great chance, and it's saved. Maja forward with it. It's a decent ball. Harry Pickering clears it into the stands. Corner. And it is going to be a yellow for Ryan Elabiasu. From that earlier challenge, I did think it was harsh, and you know what? We'll take a yellow because he went in pretty hard there. Good interception by Morishita. They get it right back. Toth saves again. Great rebound chance. Carter can't clear. And Elabiasu gets it to Hedges, and we're away. And a little bit of a stretch here of bad defending from Blackburn. Toth saves again. Unbelievable. Balazs Toth. Nearing halftime here. West Brom trying to go forward maybe one more time. Toth collects, and that is the halftime whistle. No score, some decent chances both ways. No changes at the start of the second half for Blackburn Rovers, but I do believe Cedric Taguia will make his debut very soon. Intercepted by Todd Cantwell, and here's a chance to start a break. It's Joel Osoro. Nicely done from Pickering. Morishita looking for Osoro on the break. And this is nicely done here. Overlapping, it's Pickering. It's Harry Pickering into the box. I love the idea, but the shot. God, he's not even going to get a goal kick out of that. It's a throw. This is decent from West Brom coming back our way, and Harry Pickering with some solid defensive play there. It's a nice ball here. Oh, what a touch. Toth saves again. Balazs Toth keeping us in this match. Pickering has it here. Pickering looking for Osoro on the overlap, who hangs in across, and I like the idea, but maybe could have kept going. 4 changes for Hedingberg. It's Ohashi coming out for Gudjonsson. On the left wing goes Augustus Carbo. In the midfield comes Sidney Tavares. And on the right wing comes Cedric Taguia for his first touches there. Good pressure from Cedric Taguia. Him and Elabiasu seemingly having new life on this wing right now. Gudjonsson seeing Taguia on the run, and here's a solid chance for the Spaniard on the break. Cedric Taguia cutting inside, brilliant shot, rebound, Morishita, Blackburn, 1-0. Goal for Ryoya Morishita. Cedric Taguia already making it happen, and a debut man gets the shot off, and a debut man gets the rebound and his first goal for the club. Let's go. Hedingberg is loving it. That is huge here. in the second half. Can we hold on? About 20 minutes to play. That's a nice ball here, and Alabiasu takes a bad angle. What a rip! West Brom right back in this match. 1-1. I did not expect Alabiasu to take such a bad angle, but I also did not expect this guy from this angle to score that. What a goal for West Brom. Mikey Johnston tying it up. And the final sub of the match being made, Lewis Miller coming in at right back for a yellow-carded Alabiasu. The rest stays the same to finish this one off. Good pressure here from Morishita from Blackburn. Pickering looking for the over-the-top ball. Into the box and off the bar on the cross. Cargbo almost got that to go. Mikey Johnson, the goal scorer, taking on defenders. Blackburn cycling back defensively. Nicely done. Todd Cantwell. Gotta get it out of there. Pickering can't clear. And what is the call here? Gonna be a yellow card for Toby Collier. Both teams pressing with few minutes left in this match. Oh, nice header on here. And Augustus Carbo has a chance to knock it forward. Carbo looking for Harry Pickering. What a chance here. Pickering across. Good Janssen in the 90th minute. Puts Blackburn ahead. Opening day drama. Can you believe this? I thought Harry Pickering waited too long. I thought he was looking for Cedric Tagia, but Andre Gudjonsson attaches himself to the winning goal, and the Icelandic hero is the one we're going to be singing the name of this night on opening night. What a finish. Gudjonsson heads it on, and Henningberg, welcome back to Blackburn Rovers. First match in charge is a victory at the Hawthorns against West Bromwich in the final minute. What an epic start to hopefully a brilliant journey. I think a lot of things were as expected in this match. You saw good pressure, you saw a lot of chaotic play, but I think the guy that impressed me the most is Harry Pickering at left back. He got forward when he needed to. Defensively, he was pretty solid, and he provided the assists, got some shots off. Harry Pickering was very involved in this one, but also you gotta shout out Balázs Toth in goal. What a match for him. 7 saves on opening day for the Hungarian. But let's continue our story here. In the first few months of the season, our next match was against a tough Sheffield United team in the League Cup, and what an epic match this was. Sheffield United opened the scoring through Tom Cannon, only to be answered by Andre Gudjonsson, who gets his second goal in as many matches here. Nice assist from Dion Denev, 1-1. Then it's Axel Henriksen providing a perfect pass here over the top, which turned into an assist to Cedric Tagia, who got his first goal for the club. What a goal it was. A sweet hit on the volley, 2-1 Blackburn. Not a great debut for Sam Tickle, though, as this shot caroms off the bar and into the path of the striker for a tying goal for Sheffield, but we answer yet again. Nice ball to Tagia, and he plays it across for the easy finish. It's Gudjonsson yet again. The Icelandic man stays hot. However, we cannot hold on again as Arblaster fires home a ridiculous twisting finish to send us to pens, and this is where a hero was born. 6 penalties in for both clubs. Youngster Christy Montgomery fires home a pen to keep us in the lead, and it's Sam Tickle who steps up here and saves the penalty to send us to the next round of the League Cup. Tickle comes up clutch, and Blackburn move on. What a moment for the new signing. Next up, we had Birmingham City in the league at home, another tough opponent, and this was an absolute grind. Fujimoto opened the scoring for Birmingham here, but we stayed tough, and just before halftime, Yuki Ohashi would fire home this beautiful goal, first of the season for him, off an assist from Hayden Carter, and we would hold on for a draw and a point. And then we head to Hull City and fell 3-2 on the road. Goals for Ryan Hedges and Augustus Cargbo. both their first of the season, and then we followed that up with our second consecutive loss, a rough 4-2 loss at home to a good Norwich City team with 2 more goals for Yukio Hashi, who started to get hot. But luckily, we did bounce back on a trip to London against Watford in a 2-1 win. Yukio Hashi scores yet again, and Cedric Teguia adds his second of the season. We gave Sam Tickle the start here as well, and he impressed in the league with this win. At this point, Blackburn jumped out of the bottom 5 and into a tight mid-table with this result in the early season. But next up, we go back to the League Cup, this time against Wycombe Wanderers in the next round. And we had a really good chance here, but Cedric Teguia failed to finish it. That was the only real good chance we had. It was an amazing point-blank save from Will Norris. And again, we found ourselves heading to penalties. After converting our first 4 pens, it was Sam Tickle once again, providing the magic, a huge save yet again as he denies Taylor Allen. And it's the new signing Axel Henriksen who stepped up next and delivered the clutch penalty to send Blackburn on to the next round. Again, more penalty drama for Rovers. And again, Sam Tickle, a hero in pens. Up next in the league, it was a big match against, at the time, first place Ipswich Town, who were tied atop the early table. And we were stingy. Balazs Toth here, making an amazing kick save. He was great again. This match was a dogfight, though. We really showed some fight, and that's what I've loved seeing in these first couple months. Henning Berg has instilled a contagious fighting spirit, and defensively we've already taken strides. You see the goal we gave up here in this one, another great save from our Hungarian, but a fortunate bounce gives Ipswich the lead, and they would hold on. Gudjonsson did get a chance late here, which was saved, and Teguia, late in the game, with the last attack, created a good chance. The last kick by Tavares wasn't enough, and you know what, this was a good battle with a top team in the league, but we fell just short. Next up, a trip to the northeast to the Stadium of Light to face Premier League side Sunderland in now the round of 32 in the League Cup. And this was an impressive effort from Blackburn. An early shot from Brian Brobby was saved by Sam Tickle, but the rebound was tucked away by Romain Mundle. Sunderland went with a fairly strong lineup for this one, which made this effort even more impressive, to be honest. As you see here, though, Sidney Tavares! What an effort and what a goal from the Cape Verdean midfielder, who really showed off his skill in this one. And how about this ball? From Ryan Hedges to Andre Gudjonsson, and how about that touch and finish? Early in the second half, Blackburn Rovers shock Sunderland and take the lead. And most impressive of all, Blackburn hold on the whole rest of the second half and get the win, and move on again, now onto the round of 16 of the League Cup. But what an encouraging fight shown by Henning Berg's team. Back to the league we go. A 1-1 draw with Charlton Athletic on the road. Todd Cantwell gets his first goal of the season. And before we face Swansea City in our next league match, an unexpected event and a news leak that apparently Swansea City gained access to our tactics. To be honest though, Henning Berg and I weren't really worried. We have a system that we're trying to run, and teams scout teams' previous matches anyways. So Berg actually saw this as motivation to use with the lads. Swansea are trying to scare us into changing what we're doing, but that fired the lads up and made us drill into our tactics even more. And honestly, we came out on fire at Ewood Park. Whatever tactics Swansea thought they could manipulate, they could not. Blackburn came out strong, and Balazs Toth made an unreal save here. Later on, Cedric Teguia on the run, nice fake, and he just bangs that into the back of the net. What a goal from Cedric. He's had a great start to his career at Blackburn. The assist to Sondre Tronstad. But how about Toth again here? What an unbelievable reaction to this effort here. He was on it again today. We worked the ball across here. Sidney Tavares gets it, and that's a great look, but just wide. And then, in the second half, it's Tronstad again with a great ball to Yukio Hashi, and what a finish here. He just needed to win the race to the ball with the goalkeeper, and after he held off that defender, he scores, and that ties him for third in the league with goals. Yukio Hashi is on fire right now, and Blackburn win 2-0 here at home, getting us out of a tie for a relegation spot. Great performance all around. Hopefully that will propel us forward in the league, but luckily we've been so great in the cup too, giving us more chances to see rotations, and more players. We're scheduled to play Swansea City again in the round of 16 of the Cup later this month, but next up on our calendar is a home match with Stoke City in the Championship. They're just ahead of us in the table, and look at this insane logjam of teams. Right in the middle of the Championship, 3 points separates Blackburn in 12th all the way down to Preston in 22nd. 11 teams within 3 points. I think Henning Berg can be happy with what he's seen so far though from Blackburn Rovers. Anything is better than his first time at Blackburn, but honestly we've been impressive, knocking off a strong Sunderland team en route to a cup run that's still going on and already showing an improvement in our defense. Led by the great play of Hayden Carter and Scott Wharton, but especially our amazing Hungarian goalkeeper Balázs Toth, who's been putting in some amazing performances. Yuki Ohashi has also been on a heater. He has been off to a great start this season, 5 goals in 8 league appearances, and Cedric Teguia has been excitement as advertised off the right side, bringing pace, strength, flair, and goal production so far. So let's see this team in action one more time this episode in a big mid-table clash with Stoke City. It is a beautiful, beautiful day at Ewood Park here in the northwest of England. Blackburn and Stoke City sit just 1 point apart in the mid-table, and this is going to be a big match to see if we can keep some momentum up with Rovers. Good pressure from Cedric Teguia. Blackburn holding strong defensively right now. Shot saved by Toth, and he clears. Foul there by Tronstad, a little bit aggressive. Looks like he's going to end up with a card. But it's been a good start for Blackburn, holding defensively. Just haven't created anything great going forward yet. Nice job here from Cantwell. On to Tronstad. Cantwell. Ohashi. What a ball from Todd Cantwell. And Yuki Ohashi stays hot. Scores again. Great midfield play leads to an excellent chance, great finish, and that was just such a great Blackburn goal. Very nice start to this match. Oh, that's a great interception by Morishita here, and this may turn into something. Ohashi, back to Morishita, the 2 new Japanese players connecting here, and it's just Morishita versus the entire defense. Into the middle, Ohashi heads it too high. What a great look though there, not a bad effort. It's Manoff on the break. Stoke City trying to hit us quickly here, and Blackburn holds strong defensively. Good shape, not a good tackle there though by Todd Cantwell. And he is going to enter the book as well. A yellow for him, a yellow for Sondre Tronstad, and Blackburn have got to be careful now with these aggressive tackles, but that is our style. And halftime hits here in Blackburn. It's 1-0 to the home team. Stoke City early on in this half attacking, and Alabiasu with an amazing tackle there, and look at us work it out of the back here. I like this start. Cantwell to Cedric Teguia. Teguia cutting it back. A little bit of flicking and tricking. Tronstad crossing it in towards Ohashi. Tronstad, nice ball to Teguia here. And Cedric's on the run again. He's been lively to start this half. Cedric Teguia can't get by that defender. Good interception from Teguia. He can't keep it here, but Stoke City are being pressed by this Blackburn team. And right now, they're working it around that pressure. This is a decent chance. Shot goes wide. Nice ball from Todd Cantwell out to Alabiosu. Ryan Alabiosu. Teguia. Working it well as a team down this wing. Alabiosu. Good patience. Here's Tronstad. Cedric Teguia in a great position! And we're taking off both yellow-carded players, so Baraji is in for Tronstad, Tavares is in for Cantwell, and Morishita goes to attacking mid. Blackburn trying to hold defensively here. It's still only a 1-goal game. Great ball into the box. Wharton gets it out. We're trying to clear it. And there's a penalty given late here against Blackburn. Musa Baraji crashing in, winning the header. I don't know what the call is there. That is the softest penalty I've ever seen. And here is Stoke City with a chance to tie this match up late. Balázs Toth saves the penalty! The Hungarian shot stopper saves a Blackburn win, and all 3 points are going to the home side. What a save from Balázs Toth. What a start to the season he's had. Still not over yet. The cross is in. Scott Wharton takes no risk clearing it there. Stoke City trying to break our hearts. It is not over yet. Hayden Carter wins the ball. And Blackburn Rovers with back-to-back clean sheets, back-to-back wins against Swansea and now Stoke. And Henningberg has got this team playing the way he wants. What a victory, again. Yuki Ohashi, the goal scorer again. That's 6 in 8 appearances, or 9. What a player he's been this season for us. Man of the match, Todd Cantwell with an assist. That's his second of the season. He was very good in this one. Not the most impressive performance overall. We definitely saw some bright spots, but Balash Toth, 9.9 rating. How many saves did he make? 3, but it was the penalty save that saw us win it. Very impressed with all of our defenders. This team is heading in the right direction. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Henningberg has to as well. More Blackburn coming up, but we're going to go back to Balsa Tavira for a couple episodes on my channel. So until next time when I see you, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.